This is the last in a series of videos intended to review our units on inequalities. Let's focus on translating inequalities. When we focus on translating a statement into an inequality, an algebraic inequality, there is one magical word that we focus on first. That word would be is. This key word tells us that we are dealing with the section of our inequality that is the solution. So we circle that in and translate it first. Is at least, if you remember from class, means that we are dealing with a greater than or equal to sign. And of course the -9 is -9. We no longer have to worry about translating that. We can take care of the rest of our inequality here. The product we know is multiplication of a number and 2. It's 2 times n, or 2n. Increased by 7. And we now have our inequality. We can go ahead and solve this, but we'll save that for another time. Let's take a look at our second example. Once again, find that keyword is, and the entire inequality statement after it. In this situation, we have at most, which means a less than or equal to symbol, and the -14. When we translated expressions and equations, there was another word we had to focus on, which was the word then. When we have the word then, we have to go ahead and identify it, as well as underline the pieces that follow it up until we get to our solution piece. We are going to translate this at the beginning. We all know quotient means division. So the first piece is our numerator, and our second piece is our denominator. So what we end up with is g over 3. We return to our less, so we have a minus and a 4. This is now translated. Let's look at our third example. Once again, we are looking for our is statement, and in this case, it's actually preceded by the solution. 50 is greater than. 50 is greater than. We do not have the word than anywhere in the rest of the statement, therefore translated as normal. We are dealing with the product of a number, which is represented by t, and 4. So 4 times t, or 4t. And our inequality is translated. In our fourth example, once again, find your inequality statement is less than 42. We are dealing with a situation that has the word that. Underline everything between that word and your solution, and translate it first. In this case, it's just the variable. We are dealing with a less statement, which means subtraction, and we are subtracted by 8. Our inequality is now translated. In our fifth example, we are focusing on this is statement. Once again, we have is at maximum 11. The maximum means that we have less than or equal to. The rest of the statement can now be translated. The product of 9 and a number, s. Talking about multiplication once again, 9 multiplied by s. Our inequality is now translated. Moving on to our final example of this section, we have 6 times the difference of a number, d, and 4 is at minimum 12. Locate your inequality statement is at minimum is a greater than or equal to, and is greater than or equal to 4. We have two pieces in the rest of our translation here. We have 7 times the difference. 7 times the difference of a number D and 4. This is one of those situations where we have a multiplication times a operation, or times an operation, which is why we need our parentheses in this case. I hope this video helps you review for your quiz. Please make sure to check out the other 2 videos on inequalities. They are posted in the exact same playlist.